Again, another question from graphics. So you see there are 3 questions in the JEE paper 2 2024 paper from the subject of graphics. Even in NATA you have at least 2 questions every question paper from this area, at least 2, that is minimum. So it is an important topic in itself for the examination. Let us look into this. Saturation level of colors represent dash. Saturation level of a color. Now this is associated with the topic of color theory, which has been discussed in the 71-day in the 51-day course in the second part of it, second lecture. So saturation level of colors represents brilliance, darkness, distribution, warmth. So saturation is basically how bright a color is. So you can also call it as purity of color. You can remember this. Saturation of a color is also referred to as purity of a color. So basically, in any object which is colorful, the level of purity of a color in it, let us say for example you take a paint which is red in color, you mix some white into it, so you'll get various the purity of it will keep on reducing as you mix white into that paint. It will become lighter and lighter and lighter. So that is basically reducing the brilliance of it, reducing the purity of it. Saturation, purity is also referred to as brilliance. How bright or how pure a color is. All these are synonyms which you can remember in color theory. Saturation, purity, brilliance. So in the examination, if they ask you what is a measure of purity, the answer will be saturation. Saturation is also called as, brilliance. Saturation is also referred to as purity. So there are a lot of questions in the past papers related to these related terms of color theory. So from the given options, obviously the first one will be the answer because it is brilliance. Saturation level of a color represents or measures its brilliance and purity. So the answer for that, sometimes questions have been asked, purity was the correct answer. So this is the answer. So not just solving questions individually, you should know the concepts associated with it as well. So that's where these lectures will be helpful for you. We'll not only solve the questions, but we'll try to understand the concepts surrounding it.